Tuesday mornings, we talk to our neighbors in business, and the segment is made possible by our friends at Northstar Bank. And I'm delighted to have with us John Loomis, who is the co-owner of the Cheese Shop of Saline, which has literally just been open within the last couple of days, last couple of weeks. John, welcome to 1071. Good morning. How are you?
Thanks, Martin. Thank you for having me.
It's a pleasure. You have quite a history with a legendary company before your brand new shop. Where did you used to work, John?
Well, I started making cheese in the late 80s, and I moved to Wales for a couple of years and made cheese out there. And then when I came back, I had a small cheese company and did that for a while. And then I went and worked with Paul and Ari at Zingerman's and opened Zingerman's Creamery in 2001.
So you know your stuff.
Yeah. Well, it was a lot of fun and a great experience for me. And then, but I found it was getting to a point where I was doing things that were far away from what attracted me to cheese in the first place.
In the first place, I see.
So 2 years ago, I sold it and was sitting around. Asked my wife, I said, what do you think about opening a cheese shop? And she said, well, that sounds like a great idea because I don't want to hear your cheese stories anymore. You can go tell somebody else these.
Right.
She's heard them all. I don't have that many, and she's heard them all.
But she's heard them all. Yeah. And how long have you been open? I mean, this is just brand new.
This is our third week.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, take us into the store. How many cheeses do you have? What's your selection like right now?
We've got about 40. You know, it's one of those things that the best cheese shop I ever went into in my life was in London, and he had 20 cheeses, but they were all in really good condition. So when you cut into a cheese, it's kind of like opening a bottle of wine. It's not getting better from that point on. So you want to make sure you go through them quickly and in good shape. So right now, we handle about 40 cheeses, and we're going through those at a nice clip, so they're always in good shape.
You just mentioned wine, and wine shops. Sometimes when you step into a wine shop, it can be a kind of an intimidating experience if you're not an aficionado in wines. And are you able to guide people through someone who doesn't know much more about cheese than I kind of like Swiss cheese and blue cheese is okay too, but I don't know anything else. Help me. I mean, what's the experience like when people come into your shop?
That's a great question, because people come in and they say they don't know. As long as you know what you like, you can taste them and find out what you like.
So you are able to taste the cheeses?
Oh, absolutely. We insist on it, because I want you to find out you don't like it before you buy it, not get it home and decide you don't like it. So if I tell somebody, we have a very good cheese from Switzerland, an Appenzeller. Well, I can tell you this is a great example of an Appenzeller, but if you taste it and you don't like it, it really doesn't matter. But I understand that intimidation factor. There's so many different varieties. We're selling wine now.
Oh, you are?
We are. And I get intimidated by wines. So I always kind of draw on that fact that people can feel the same way about cheese as I feel about wine. And the nice thing about cheese is you can just taste through all of them. And decide what you like.
Oh, I love it. We're talking to one of our neighbors in business this morning on 1071. It's John Loomis, who with his wife Ruth has just opened the Cheese Shop of Saline. So where are you located? Where are you in Saline, John?
We're on Ann Arbor Street, 98 Ann Arbor Street, right next to the corner of Michigan Avenue and Ann Arbor Street.
Oh, so right on the main drag there,
Yep.
right off the main drag. And near McPherson Local, who I had Jen McPherson on just a couple weeks ago.
We're right across the street from Jen.
I love it.
And she's a great neighbor, and we're close friends.
John, you give us your hours before we let you run.
Oh, yeah. We're open 11 to 7 Monday through Saturday, and noon to 5 on Sunday.
Good stuff. And do we have a phone number that we can provide, or can people track you down on Facebook, I assume?
Facebook is
the best way?
Is the best way, yep.
It's the Cheese Shop of Saline, located again at 98 North Ann Arbor Street here in Saline. One of our neighbors in business, John Loomis. Our segment made possible by Northstar Bank. Thanks for joining us, John. Best of luck on your new endeavor. I'm sure it's going to be a great success. Thanks for being with us.
Great. Thank you for having me.
Good to have you here.